Everybody, we are back on the review, and today we're going to be checking out my DCF961, its loadout, and the other things that I like to pair with it. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review, and let's check out Thor's hammer, the hammer of Thor. Look at this thing. This thing is loaded. It is weighty. It's got some weight for sure. I put this ridiculous 12 amp hour battery on it, and I got the biggest bit that I could find in my bit sets. What did I get? A 38 millimeter. So that was the biggest one. Actually, we can leave this off because we'll check out some other stuff. But anyway, I tried to make this thing as ridiculous as possible, but with its ridiculousness, with the 38 socket and the 12 amp hour battery, and the unit itself weighed almost 13 pounds. So this 38 mil, this 12 amp hour flex volt, and then the unit itself almost 13 pounds. So we'll take the flex volt and we'll retire it over here for now, because what I actually do like to run on this is the 5 amp hour power stack, which is absolutely perfect form function for this. It's a balanced weight for sure, 100% balanced weight, and I like how it's profiled with this. There's no bulkiness to it. It doesn't stick past the front end either, which is really nice. So again, this one's a bit of a power machine, if you would. It goes in speed 1, has 400 max RPM, and then speed 2 you got 800, and then it goes in speed 3 up to 1600. So it just basically doubles all the way up in each speed, and this 5 amp hour is more than ample to be able to support that and power it, if you would. So that's my optimal battery choice. This would be for ridiculousness, you know what I mean? I don't really like to run these flex volt ones with my 20 volt line. I like to save these for my actual flex volt line of tools, even though the 60 and the 20 are meant to be interchanged. There's just a not good history of these keeping your DeWalt tools good, if that makes sense, if you run them on the 20 volts. So some people say they have an amazing time with running those, but I like to stick with the 5 amp hour. I get about maybe 8 amp hour output. If I was running a cylindrical cell battery, I'd get about 8 amp hour, probably equivalent would be what it is. So we got this little system here done by DeWalt. I got it set up here. They're all stacked together. I got metric, SAE, and then I got adapters. So we'll kind of check out what I ended up scooping up to pair with this particular wrench, and then we'll go from there. So what do we got over here? For socket wise, we got 17 through 24. That's really all you're going to run for this 1/2 inch. Anything below 17, we're going to run 3/8. Anything over 24, I have a special kit, a separate kit, which is these knockoff brand larger ones. I mean, I haven't used a 38, but there are some that I actually have used out of there. It goes down to, I think, 26. So there is no skip basically between this set and maybe one of those larger ones. And you can look for the larger sets. But anyway, this one goes from 17 to 24, which is really nice. And then likewise, when we're talking about, we'll pop this off. When we're talking about SAE or standard, and we'll lock this in. There we go. Yeah, and then this got this little locking mechanism on the side here where you can actually stack this up and totally pack this thing out. I'll show you in a second. Let's pop this off and check out what we got. We got 9/16 all the way to 1 inch. So, and they're really nice in regards to snapping on. They actually get on there and they actually stay on there. And we're talking super minimal on the wobble. So up to 1 inch, which is nice. So 9/16 to 1 inch. Again, anything below that, you're probably going to be rocking the 3/8. So ratchet, or wrench I should say, in this application. So here is the adapter kit that I ended up putting with this. Some of these are for these, and some of these for this, and some of these are not. I got some of these larger ones like this, which has some of the angle sockets with the elbow in it. That's half. We got a half inch extension there. 3/8, 3/8, half, and then you got some 1/4 inch conversion adapters for 1/2 and 3/8, and then we have some reducers for 1/2 and 3/8, and then the last one I had to add this in here, so I had to cut this out and make this little seat for it underneath. I built this whole thing. I want to flip this over and get the bits everywhere, but there's a little seat where I actually welded some plastic in there and put some foam, and it actually sits in there pretty good. And this is my 1/2. What do we got here? Try to pop this on one hand. There we go. This actually takes the 1/2 and converts it into impact. So here's a 1/4 inch, as you can see, and it's got the quick connect too, so you just slide it in there. But I do like using this, especially for fasteners or for harder to break bolts, stuff like that. This works out really great for that. But yeah, again, 1/4 inch from a 1/2 inch. I like it. I was just using the end of that to kind of show you exactly, you know, what exactly it is. But yeah, it's a good one. This one's a good adapter to have, and I think it needs to be in this kit for sure. But when you have everything stacked up, check this out. When you have all the kit stacked up and you flip it on its side, in the middle, you got a little handle that you can actually, this one's not, the middle one's not snapped down. You got a little handle that you can pick up all 3 of these together and carry them as your pack out for Thor's hammer. Now, again, this thing is absolutely sick. And 1/2 inch brushless impact wrench. This thing is absolutely serious. It does not play any games. Has a light here, which you can turn on and turn off. I believe the work light, I think you can get it to set for 20 minutes on this one. I think you can get it set for 20 minutes on this one. But that's how you change your selector. So you got the wind up, and then you go into move 1, 400, 800, 1600. So then you can hear the wind up one more time. So pretty cool. Like I said, a very phenomenal impact wrench. I'm talking about impact drivers all day, but now I switched over to do this wrench and some of the stuff that I ended up picking up for it, because phenomenal tool. I have a 1/2 inch chemo, and this actually replaced that. So I picked up a chemo just to do one project, and I ended up hanging on to it for a little bit. But I wanted to upgrade it so I can actually do some practical applications and not have to worry about having one really super weak battery, which basically wouldn't even get me through most of the projects that I do now with it. So something like this was definitely an upgrade, especially for the battery support. But yeah, the Thor's hammer, my goodness, amazing tool. If you got yourself one of these and you load it up to the max, the biggest battery, it's going to be about 13 pounds. So there you go. Freaking awesome. Look at that thing. The DCF961 from DeWalt. Absolutely amazing. Check it out. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this impact wrench and some of the accessories I paired with it, and what do you think about when it's all kitted up with the biggest socket, the biggest battery, and it's basically the biggest thing it could possibly be. I could throw a 15 amp hour battery on there, but those look extremely goofy. I mean, it would actually sit out way too far in front. This is the biggest battery you can get without having to get a deformed looking battery to put on this wrench. So let me know down in the comments below what your loadout is for your impact wrench, and do you use the 961? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this content, give it a thumbs up. Want more, subscribe. Have a good rest of your day.